if you're over 40 and you feel like your workouts are getting you less results than before, this might be the moment everything starts to make sense. Because here's the uncomfortable truth nobody tells you clearly. It's not that your body stopped responding to exercise. It's that the way you're training your body is no longer aligned with how your body works now. And if you keep using the same workout habits you used in your 20s and 30s, you're not just slowing progress. You might actually be blocking fat loss completely. Let me show you exactly why. And more importantly, what to fix starting today. Quick question before we go deeper. Have you noticed your belly fat becoming harder to lose after 40 even though you're trying more than before? If yes, you're not alone. Now here's where things get interesting. Most men over 40 assume fat loss is simple. Eat less, train more, do cardio, repeat. That worked when your body was younger. But after 40, your body changes in 3 major ways. You lose muscle faster, your metabolism slows down, and your recovery becomes weaker. And when those 3 combine, the old strategies stop working. Not because they're wrong, but because they're incomplete. And this is exactly where most men make the first critical mistake. This is the most common trap. You walk into the gym with the same mindset you had years ago. Go heavy, go hard, push through everything. No pain, no gain. But here's what's actually happening inside your body. After 40, your recovery capacity drops. Your joints don't bounce back as fast. Your nervous system takes longer to recover. And your body becomes more sensitive to stress. So when you keep training like a younger version of yourself, you don't speed up results. You increase fatigue. You reduce consistency. And consistency is the real driver of fat loss. A lot of men think, if I train harder, I'll burn more fat. But what actually happens is, you train harder, you get more tired, you miss workouts, your body slows down, and fat loss stops. This is why many fitness experts now emphasize that after 40, training smart beats training hard. Because your goal is not destruction. Your goal is stimulation. You want to signal your body to keep muscle, not punish it into exhaustion. So instead of chasing maximum intensity every session, you need to shift to controlled movement, good form, moderate intensity, and consistency over ego. Even just 2 to 3 proper strength sessions per week is more effective than 6 chaotic ones. And this is where things start to shift. Because once your training becomes sustainable, your body finally has space to adapt again. But there's a second mistake that makes everything worse. And this one is even more common. When belly fat doesn't move, most men panic and do more cardio. Long runs, treadmill sessions, hit every day, sweating more and more, thinking fat will melt off faster. But here's the reality. Cardio burns calories, but it doesn't fix the root problem after 40. The root problem is muscle loss. As men age, they naturally lose muscle mass if they don't actively fight for it. And muscle is not just for looks. Muscle is your metabolism. Less muscle means lower calorie burn at rest, slower fat loss, easier fat gain, and more stubborn belly fat. So when you replace strength training with endless cardio, you might be burning calories in the moment, but you're weakening your long-term fat-burning system. That's why some men say, I'm doing more cardio than ever, but my stomach isn't changing. Because cardio alone doesn't rebuild what age takes away. Strength training does. Strength training tells your body, keep this muscle. We still need it. And your body responds by preserving muscle and improving metabolic function. That's the key difference. Cardio burns energy. Strength training builds the engine. And after 40, you don't need more burning. You need a better engine. Simple movements like push-ups, squats, resistance bands, light weights, full-body workouts. These are far more effective than exhausting yourself daily with cardio. Because the goal is not to become tired. The goal is to become stronger. And stronger bodies burn fat more efficiently. But even if you fix training, there's still one more mistake silently stopping progress. And this one is often ignored completely. This is the hidden factor most men underestimate. You can train well. You can eat better. You can stay consistent. But if recovery is broken, Fat loss stalls. After 40, recovery becomes just as important as training. In many cases, it becomes even more important than the workout itself. Because at this stage of life, your body is no longer dealing with the same level of internal stability it had in your 20s or early 30s. You're carrying more daily stress than before, without even realizing it. Work pressure builds up over time. Family responsibilities increase. Financial pressure becomes more constant. Sleep often becomes shorter or lower quality. And mentally, there's more weight on your mind throughout the day. All of this adds up. And when stress stays elevated for long periods, your body responds in a very specific way. It produces more cortisol. Cortisol is a stress hormone, and when it remains high for too long, it is strongly linked with increased fat storage around the belly, as well as slower fat loss overall. This is one of the most overlooked reasons why men over 40 struggle with stubborn abdominal fat even when they are doing everything right. So even if your workouts are perfectly structured, even if your diet looks clean, even if you are training consistently, your hormones can still be working against you in the background. This is why so many men say the same thing. I barely eat, I train regularly, but my belly won't go away. And the surprising truth is it's not always about food intake. In many cases, it's about recovery. Sleep plays a massive role in this process. When you don't sleep enough, your body starts to lose balance in its hunger and energy regulation systems. Hunger signals become stronger and less controlled. Cravings increase, especially for high-calorie foods. Motivation drops significantly, and fat metabolism slows down, making it harder to burn stored fat efficiently. So what often looks like a lack of discipline is actually a tired body trying to compensate for poor recovery. The good news is that fixing this does not require complicated routines or extreme lifestyle changes. It comes down to the basics: better sleep quality, more rest days between intense workouts, more light movement like walking instead of constant high-intensity stress on the body, and actively reducing unnecessary stress where possible. Because recovery is where real transformation happens. Not inside the gym, but outside of it. And when you combine the three major mistakes, poor training strategy, excessive cardio, and weak recovery, the result becomes predictable. You train too hard but don't recover properly. You do too much cardio and slowly lose muscle. You ignore recovery and allow stress to build up continuously. And eventually, the outcome is a slower metabolism, stubborn belly fat that refuses to move, constant low energy, and growing frustration. That's why so many men over 40 feel stuck in the same loop. I'm doing more than ever, but getting worse results. But the truth is actually very simple. It's not more effort that creates change at this stage. It's better direction. When your training, recovery, and stress levels finally work together instead of against you, your body starts responding again. If you want a simple approach that works with your body instead of against it, here's the reset. Strength train 2 to 3 times per week. Focus on full body movements. Don't chase exhaustion, chase consistency. Add daily walking, especially after meals. It helps recovery and supports fat loss without stress. And prioritize recovery like it matters. Because it does. Sleep, stress, and rest are not optional anymore. They are part of the system. And when you combine all three correctly, your body starts responding again. Slowly at first, then noticeably, then consistently. Most men over 40 think they need to push harder. But the real change happens when you stop fighting your body and start working with it. Because fat loss at this stage of life is not about punishment. It's about alignment. And once you align training, recovery, and consistency, things that felt impossible start becoming normal again. If you're serious about rebuilding upper body strength at home, I personally recommend the Arm Twister Trainer and Chest Expander. It has adjustable dual spring resistance from 60 to 100 pounds, perfect for men and women training at home. Link is in the description. But for now, focus on this. You don't need extreme workouts. You don't need punishment. You don't need perfection. You need consistency that fits your current body. Because that's what actually changes everything. So tell me honestly, which of these mistakes do you think has been holding you back the most? Training too hard? Too much cardio? Or not recovering properly?